Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. Guys, this is your quick tip of the week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change out the blade on my 10-inch table saw here. Now the blade has gotten dull just through wear and tear, but one thing that you will notice is the teeth up here, they start to discolor because they're getting so hot. But what we'll do is we'll take out the blade, we'll do a comparison with the new blade so you can get a better idea of some of the symptoms of a worn out blade. So what we'll do now is material and tools. Alright, so this is our materials and tools list. So I have a new blade. This is a 10-inch. So 40 teeth all the way around. You can get different blades for different things. If you have more teeth, it'll be a finer blade. If you have less teeth, it'll be a coarser blade. We have a 10-inch crescent wrench. Table saws, they may come with a wrench. This one does have one, but for you guys that buy a saw secondhand, it may not have a wrench. So a crescent wrench should be perfectly fine because we don't need much torque. And then we also have a piece of plywood to hold our blade in place. Guys, this is what we need for material and tools, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we have to keep in mind is make sure that the saw is not plugged in. Safety first. So looking at the blade spins, if you're looking at it from this side clockwise, if you look at it from the other side counterclockwise. But this is going to go towards the front here. The reason is, as it's spinning into the piece of wood, it's going to help keep the wood on the ground. If it was to spin the other way, the wood would start jumping up and down like this. So guys, when it comes to your blade, the teeth here need to be facing towards you. Alright, so one thing that was to take into consideration, right here says 5,000 RPM no load, so that is going to be the maximum speed that this motor is going to spin at. Alright, this is one of the symptoms of a dull blade, is when you get these burn marks. So the blade is moving so fast, but it's not cutting, it's really tearing through the wood, but the metal is getting so hot that it's actually scorching the wood. Another thing that you may notice is the motor bogged down, like it struggles to keep the consistent speed because the blade is dull. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the saw up. Alright, so this is our nut here, this is our blade. So as a standard thread, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So since we're going to be turning it to the left, the blade is going to want to spin. So the easiest thing to do is take your piece of plywood and then slide it on the very top here and brace it up against the teeth to hold it in place. So when I say brace it up against the teeth, you're just going to hold on the teeth like this to hold the blade in place. So the nut comes off the washer. So the nut is beveled at the top, and then the washer goes on like that. So this is our old blade. It has the RPM rating here. This is also 40 teeth. But just for good habit purposes, make sure the holes are the same and then everything is the same diameter all the way around. This works out well so we can put our new blade on. And I just realized here it says the RPM rating for 6,000 max, and it also has an arrow for the direction of rotation, which means this goes counterclockwise. Okay, because of this guard here, which is removable, it has 2 screws. If the motor is too high and you can't get the blade to come out, just turn the knob at the top here and then lower this as low as you can, and that should give you enough play. So I've already lowered the motor down. So we're going to take our blade and we're going to put it back on. So guys, once again, the teeth needs to be pointing towards you, because it's turning into the piece of wood that's going to help keep it on the saw. We'll grab our washer and our nuts. And now we will tighten it down. So you can hold the blade, be careful because it is sharp. And if you're not comfortable, just put a towel over this so you don't cut yourself. Give it a quick spin, make sure everything looks tight. And I also suggest plug the saw in, turn it on to make sure that the blade doesn't look like it's wobbling or anything strange is happening, because now is the time to fix it before you cut your next pieces of wood. Guys, maintaining a sharp saw blade is going to maximize the life of your motor. You're going to get better quality cuts, and overall you're going to get a better job as a result. Guys, that is your quick tip of the week.